Hey, it's Mike Brennan. We're back again with another segment of MITech TV. And I have longtime friend and colleague with me, Dave Crabill. Just a little background uh, for those who don't know. I know MITech News. What am I doing covering cannabis and hemp? Well, I had another company called 420 Post in which we did that. I'm no longer with them, but what I have is working with Dave, who is in the hemp industry, and also, he's a marketing guy. He's primarily a marketing guy in the hemp industry. And anyway, so he's going to be talking about, he claims to be a domain junkie, other things as well, but we won't go into those. And so he's going to talk about this project he has that AI is guiding him through. Did I nail that there, Dave?
Uh, you're sure. Yeah, the domain junkie is absolutely correct. My business partner in the marketing business laughs at me all the time when he sends me the invoices for my domain list. It's extensive. So um, a lot of I when I got approached, you want me to dive right into the origin story of how I got here?
Go for it. Go for it. Yeah. So,
So when I started iHemp Michigan, thanks to John Freeman, he was the instigator. At the same time, I bought a bunch of other domain names, just guessing at states that it might work well in, and it turns out I need to buy a few more. But but I have 17 domain names, different states, including iHemp California, iHemp Colorado, a number of them, and I've been sitting on these and paying for them every year, and the cost keeps going up every year. And I thought, man, I really need to do something with these. And I'm a technology. I love technology. I'm not that smart, but I just love learning and diving into the technology. And I heard about this OpenClaw tool because if you've used AI, and I know Mike, you used AI a little bit.
a lot
Um,
actually, but go ahead. So,
yeah, so it's a chat, and you can get some feedback, but it doesn't do anything for you until this programmer. And I wish I could come up with his name, but he got folded into the OpenAI team now, so we'll see some more developments. OpenClaw was the first agentic AI where you could tell it to do something, and I'd be happy to go into more detail of how that works and how you set that up. But then Anthropic Sense has come out with, and there were some interesting name changes back and forth. Uh, the At first it was called OpenClaw, and yeah, that was too close to OpenClaude, which is an Anthropic tool. So they changed it to Maltbot, and then Maltbot actually came up with their own social media platform that is just for AI agents. Humans aren't allowed, which is interesting. You can go on and read it, and uh, and then that wasn't cool enough, so they came up with OpenClaw. I forget the first name. I have something messed up in there on the very first name. But anyhow, they've gone through 3 name changes, but it's an open source and it's on GitHub. I don't know if either of you are familiar with GitHub.
I've looked at it. Haven't used it.
So it's a repository for open source code is my simplistic explanation. And so I've had and I vibe. There's a term vibe coding. Have you heard that term vibe coding? That's where you use AI to generate code and create something. So I've done this, and I could demonstrate. One of my early projects was for the Ancient and Honorable Order of Turtles, which is another one of my passions. It's
I'm
an
on
old,
multiple share if you'd like to demonstrate.
it's an old drinking fraternity. So let me.
Matt will be very interested in hearing about it. So go
So
ahead.
Oh, sure.
yeah. So what's kind of fun about this? Let me pull up the website first. Is there's another story within a story, right? So the Old Forester uh, bourbon um, in the 1940s during World War II. They they didn't have the Kentucky Derby. They missed a Kentucky Derby. So Old Forester bourbon hosted the Turtle Derby as a replacement for the Kentucky Derby. And then during COVID, because we were missed a Kentucky Derby. They did it again, and it was fun. And I started meeting. I have thousands of Turtle Club members from all over the world, every continent of the globe, and they come to my website turtleclub.us and connect up and such. And I wanted to host a turtle race, so I created this. I created this little program that I didn't share the sound, which is probably a good thing because it's not that good yet. But it does a little turtle race, and we race, and I give away a T-shirt. So I won't bore you with the whole thing, but it goes through the. I guess it won't take that long, but it goes through a whole. So this is vibe coding. I created this little race uh, without any real code ability or knowledge. I had AI walk me through every step, but this this process was sorry, I'm getting my screens back. Was me talking to the AI and then it telling me what to do, and then I implemented. So I'm like copying and pasting, right? So that was my vibe coding process, and it works pretty good. And being a dummy, just copying and pasting. Sometimes the AI can get off track and get a little confused, and you could end up down a path you didn't plan to be, and then you have to backtrack and go back at it again. Well, when I heard about this open claw, where you can give it a direction and let it take action on its own, I thought, oh, that'd be cool. So I've got about 3 weeks into my project, and I have the 17 sites up. Yeah, I'm making refinements in the OpenClaw because there's certain training that you have to do. It has what's called a soul file, which is in an identity file, so it gives its meaning and its purpose. Yeah, and then you have agents, and you can have multiple agents spun up for different tasks. So this is we're close to the point, and it's actually starting to happen now. I sent you a news article about Luna, I think it is. I've got the article over here. Opened a shop in San Francisco. An AI agent rented space in San Francisco and hired employees, and then determined what to stock and sell in the store and ordered inventory. So it's an AI run store in San Francisco. So that
Where does
was,
the money come from? Does the AI then steal it from banks or what?
well, the AI had to be funded.
Ah,
So
okay, good.
I'm
Good to
sure
know.
it was
Um,
given a wallet. You can give it a wallet.
Oh, okay.
And this is where, another passion, and something that gets my mind going is the crypto currency with the stable coins. So those are going to be the currency of our AI agents, because it's our existing, which is a whole other topic, but our existing financial system is too slow and too expensive. So this new cryptography is going to allow us to transact faster and cheaper. It's available now.
That would be the Bitcoin and all the others in that
Yeah,
group.
Bitcoin's not really used for that. Bitcoin's a store of value at this point, and the big thing is that there would never be more than 21 million. So its value is just going to continue to rise.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
$100,000 or something like that now, or some of that ballpark.
about 74. It's
Okay, came
up and
down
down.
then. Yeah.
It's down. But yeah, if you want, I can show you one of my websites that it spun up,
Yeah, let's
and
do that. We got a couple minutes left. Why don't you?
in the
We'll
dashboard.
close with that. And I assume you're doing this for iHemp Michigan as well, right?
Say again.
I assume you're doing this for iHemp Michigan as well. Yes.
No, this is my pet project. Um, it's going to feed into iHemp. but I'm not going to be posting content. I'll be writing the content myself to post on iHemp Michigan.
Got it.
But with these websites, so I have a a logo for each site. The little iHemp with the. Let me see if I can open image. Oh, that doesn't show very well, does it? But I create a logo for each site, and it's each site is very similar at this point. And one of the big things that and the reason why I'm working hard on this now, and there's a lot of urgency, is if we don't stop this thing that they snuck in to the farm bill uh, that's going to take place in November, the hemp industry is going to be killed.
Oh, I
They're
remember you talking about that last time you were on the show. Yeah.
Yep. And
yeah.
obviously 205 days to go. So
That's my urgent need, is to get the word out about this as fast as possible. So and educate people on an industrial hemp and the good that it can do, that the products and services that'll offer, so that the blog content will feed in here. So this is under development. So each one of the sites, I had uh, the AI tool scrape and learn all the rules for each state and what legislation exists for each state. So they all have this laws page. And then you'll love this, Mike, a little bit of commercial advertising for myself,
of
a
course.
little monetization.
Yeah, well, you got to
Yeah.
pay the bills, right?
Yeah. So I just completed this morning, actually. So I've been working on the architecture, but I wanted this to look pretty for you. So I've got my CBD salves in here that I make, craft made, some T-shirts, and these are Amazon affiliate links. So these products that I use to make my CBD salve. So I'm going to have the recipes on here so people can make them themselves and such. So
What?
that's the function, basic
No turtle?
function.
I don't see the turtle. What's up with that? You're not going to push the turtle?
No, 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 it's a different niche. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought it'd be kind
Um,
of fun.
yeah.
You can
Well, and
combine hemp with drinking. I mean, that sounds like a good deal to me.
You
So,
know, you say that, but one thing that I am going to bring in, to become a turtle, you have to answer 4 riddles to prove you're pure-minded. And so I kind of plagiarized the Turtle Club a little bit, and I came up with a Hempies Club. That's not in here yet, but I came up with the help Jen. Do you remember Jen Nelson?
all right.
She helped me come up with some of the riddles. So we came up with 4 riddles to prove that you're a Hempie. And so I'm going to build that into here. So it's kind of fun, and the riddles answers um, help explain some of the benefits of the product.
Got it.
And so this dashboard that I'm creating is going to be one place, to for me to overview the content that it's posting and approve or deny it. So this is going to be pretty cool, where all my business is going to be right here on this dashboard,
Huh.
and I'll be able to manage the content that goes out. So I'm super excited about this. It's hard. It's not easy. It takes time and patience and tokens, which cost money. So I have a couple $100 into this, a few $100. But if you consider what it would cost to build 17 websites, and
I have an idea on those costs, but go
I've
ahead.
spent maybe $300 so
Yeah,
far,
that's pretty cheap.
and time, a lot of time.
Yeah.
It's been fun, and it's coming fast, and the tools are getting better. I'm using the Claude Opus 4.7 for my coding right now, and it's rock solid. It gets it right the first time.
Perfect.
that's
Well,
interesting. Well, if people want more information about all this and about iHemp, where should they go?
Uh, yeah, I have Michigan.com. You can always reach me through that website. That might be the easiest path, because there's multiple paths. Or if you're on X, I post under ESCMI,
okay.
for
O-
Eclectic Sales and Creative Marketing.
Okay. Thanks very much, Dave Crabill, for being with us today. It's iHemp Michigan is the place to find them for a whole bunch of reasons. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Matt.